Yo, there it is. There it is. We're back. We're back, everyone. We're so back. We're so freaking back. I put curtains up in here to control the lighting, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's working. It's still a work in progress. Hello, everyone. K1 Kism. It has been a hot second. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot 3 months. I thought it had been like 2 max. 2 max, I thought. I thought I quit at the end of October. But I looked back the other day when I was working out what number stream this was going to be. And it was like the last... The last time I streamed was October. And yeah, that's a full 3 months. So yeah, I've been gone a minute. So today, first of all, I started half an hour later than I would normally start. Because I was convinced that there would be something goofy would be going on with the stream setup and everything. And sure enough, there was. OBS had signed me out of everything. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what's going on with this sign into chat thing that I've got at the bottom of my chat setup. I don't know what is asking me to sign in. I'm not allowed to. It's not letting me sign in anywhere, so I don't know what that is. I think that might be where the code's generated, but whatever. Hi everyone. Hello Cubify. Hello Blitz Cubing. Ishtob. We are back. Yes, school vacation is over. Hello Ephemica. Nice to see ya. Popey Jopey's here. Who else is around? Who else? Who can I see? What's up, Cube Smash? Bromus, Bendy, Timon, Timothy, and Juanyi WRs. Yeah, I got some catching up to do for sure. What else did I miss? Also, Sujan sub 1 Nats finals. Sujan sub 1. In what event? A world record in 2x2. Yeah, it has been a busy few months. I've got a little bit of agenda for today. But I'm kind of going to be learning as I go. So today's going to be kind of we're going to take it easy today. I'm going to be going, like, relatively slow. And I'm going to be learning as we go. Specifically about this head-to-head situation from Aussie. Because that's the new regs now. Of course, the head-to-head is here. It's happening. I want to talk about the Chief Exec Officer at the WCA as well. Curious Nick. Nice to see you, Curious Nick. You didn't miss much. Just a couple of WRs, an executive director who came and went, the first head-to-head in the WCA, and yet another wave of incredibly fast Chinese kids. True. It's all been happening, eh? Oh, and we got an average of 5 for 3 blind. Yes. Ishtob, yeah. Can you see that at the bottom of the screen? Yeah, you can. Where it says sign in to chat. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna level with you. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. Oh no, that's my face. That's my face. That's what the people are here for. Would you quit it, OBS? Freaking hate this system. OBS is such a turd. It hates me and I hate him. Chegin's got the 11-second 3 blind world record as well, didn't he? Of course. GAN V100. Yeah, I've got that in stock and I've sold a few of those. I've got the frosty one coming in now as well as the gloss one. Popey Jopey. That looks good. I'm excited about the GAN iCarry 4 as well. It looks like it's going to be a banger, I reckon. How do I know? Well, I don't. I'm just guessing, but I don't know. I've got a feeling. I can feel it in my waters. Oh, Ishtob is Chang. Oh, hello, Chang. The best GameCube I've used at the moment is the Swift Block. Well, that's controversial. What am I rocking at the moment? I'm rocking nothing. Honestly, nothing. I haven't cubed since I stopped streaming, so it has been a minute. We're not going to do any MSL today. I'm not going to do any 3x3 today. Y'all don't need to see that. What I am going to take a look at, though, is Sengso sent me their new clock. It's not just what it looks like on the box. It's new. All right. So there will be some clockage at some point later on, after we've done some yapping. So we're gonna look at the head-to-head situation. We're gonna look at the chief exec situation. We're going to look at that clock. I think we might take a look at the GAN iCarry V4. GAN 7x7 patents came out as well. You know I love when a patent drops. You know we can't resist a bit of new hardware yaps around here. You know how it is. Chang, I haven't finished season 1 yet, so I don't know if MSL season 2 will happen anytime soon. I don't know if it'll happen anytime, but we have to probably finish season 1 before we get to season 2. It has been like I've been so removed. I've been so removed that I haven't even been using my SpeedCube NZ. I haven't even been using this YouTube account to watch YouTube. I've been on a completely other account, watching some totally not cube related stuff whatsoever. Where do I even find my members again? I forget. Is that in Earn? I think it's in Earn. I need to say hi to my members and say thank you. Do I still have any members? Do I still have any? Oh my gosh, I actually do. Oh my god, I do. Thank you so much to all my channel members. You're amazing, especially the ones who have hung around over the break, which is all of you, it looks like. Curious Nick, John Baxter, Ben Handelman, Glenn's Cubing Corner, James 810, Vera Twist Plastic, Jeremy Falanga, Projta, Todd, aka Kauka, Chang, Jeremy, Lo Hui Sang, NF Cubing, Josh, King JDB, and Robo Monk as well. I appreciate you all for hanging out and sticking with me over the break. So yeah, it's been a lot. What happened over the break? Someone was asking, did the school holidays last that long over here? Yeah, pretty much. They don't last 3 months. No, they last 6 weeks. The schools have gone back this week. They just went back. As well as that, well, like I've explained to you all before, I live the dance mom life now, okay? I've got 2 kids involved in dance. So in November and December, things get a little bit crazy, and I've got to be just on point, just carting kids around over the place. I have a new job, not since I spoke to you last, but I have a job that I started last year, which I'm very much enjoying, and I think I'm quite good at. And they pay me lots of money to do it, and I like money. So that has been taking a bit of priority as well. As well as that, there was our big fundraiser that we do for the local primary school where I do all their content for it as well. And so that took a lot of time in October as well. So I kind of just ran out of brain room. Do you know what I mean? And I just sort of, before I like absolutely cooked myself, I was just like, sometimes you got to step back and you got to look at everything and you got to go, right, what can I step back from here so that I don't completely overload myself and just like make myself sick, you know? And unfortunately it was just the stream, because the stream and the editing does take a lot of time. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I almost didn't come back. I very nearly just went, nah, I can't actually justify doing this anymore. And when I say I can't justify doing it, I literally can't financially justify doing it. Because the videos in the stream, it's just, it's not making any money. That's the fact. That is the fact of the matter. I'm not begging for anything. I'm not asking for members. I'm not asking for subscriptions or any of that kind of stuff. But I've got a lot of insight over the break. I guess we can get into this. I've got a lot of insight over the break as to why big cubing YouTubers quit, and why YouTubers quit. Because there's just no audience here. Like there's no one here. There's not enough people here to make something like this sustainable. So I was looking at that and, you know, justifying the time that I'm spending on this to my wife and stuff. It was tough. It was a tough conversation. Chang, it buys me Crunch Rep Supreme. It does. That's true. What else can I ask for? Well, that's the thing, you know, I did, rather than just quit it, I did I wrote I actually started writing a script for like what I wanted to talk about when I came back. And I didn't want to I didn't want to quit because I do enjoy doing this. Because here's the thing, right? You all know I'm an ex-musician. I've been on radio. Like, I do love the act of streaming. Like, I love streaming. It's fun. Streaming is fun. Streaming good. I thought there was an opportunity to actually make streaming like a new income stream for the business, for my life. That is not the case. It has not worked. I gave it the best part of 2 years, and it's not worked in that respect. So I had to kind of think about that and reconcile. And I wrote this. I'll just read this little script to you. It's kind of in note form, and it's not really finished, but it's not very long. So it's just titled Return Vid. So I was going to make a video. My plan before I came back today was I was just going to stream every now and then and make a video every now and then. That's about all I can manage and all I can justify. But I do like routine, and I do like being consistent, and I do like streaming. So I think I'm going to go back to, I'll do a regular stream once a week. I can manage a couple of hours. I can't do it like I was trying to when I was trying to do those 5-hour streams. Anyway, so what it says is here. And I dictated this to notes while I was driving, so I might have to understand myself, stop and like decipher myself. So I wanted to explain that Cubecast was an experiment. I was trying to see if I could make money from streaming and making videos, the same as a load of other channels outside the cubing space do, right? It is a viable system. People can make money doing it. It's not, I haven't made this up, but I wanted to try and do it in cubing. So when I started, it was about money and it was about the numbers. I was focused on numbers because the numbers were the goal. In the 18 months that I was streaming, what I found out was that the numbers, unfortunately, in this niche, for this format, just don't add up. So what that means for me now is someone whose time is limited, because I do have another job and I have the store to run and I have a family to manage. I have kids' activities to do, blah, 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 blah. Complain. It means that I just can't continue the way I was going because it's not sustainable. Now, that's not necessarily true anymore, you know, because I have come round. I've talked myself round since then because I do actually just enjoy doing it, and I'm going to do it because I enjoy doing it. So I've got a note here to take the earnings from my biggest earning month and then break that down into an hourly rate. The biggest month I've ever had was 350 New Zealand dollars on YouTube. So I never broke it down. I never did the maths. So let's take 350. Let's divide that by... Actually, no, I'll do this in US dollars. Most of you are in US. So let's do NZD to USD. So what did I say? 350 was my biggest ever. Like, my next biggest after that was 250. So that was an outlier. So I'm working this out on an outlier. So yeah, we got $210, right? $210. So divide that by 4.3, because that's how many weeks in a mathematical month. $48, 48 US, so that's per week. So divide that by, so I would stream for, it was a day's work, so divide that by 8, and we're at $6 hourly rate for that. Now I can't justify that. I can't justify that to my wife, to take a full working day for that rate, and that only happened 1 month out of 18, and it wasn't the last one. You know what I mean? So yeah, it says here, I've got to take this to my wife, who's essentially my manager, right? And I've got to tell her, look, I'm taking a full day out of my week, and this is what I'm earning per hour after 18 months. What do you think she's going to say? You know what, Chang, you are right. It makes the Taco Bell money. It pays for Taco Bell. What do you think she's going to say or think when she compares that number to the number I can make per hour at my actual job? She's a very intelligent woman, but even a potato will look at that and say, you can't do this anymore. Like, what are you doing? What a waste of your time. And she wouldn't be wrong. So I'm changing the goal for my content because I love making content. I really do. I love broadcasting. I love making videos. It's fun. So the new goal, hold on a minute. This hasn't worked. So the new goal is too full. I can't do this. The new goal is to just have fun and just enjoy myself. You know, And not stress too much about having a full schedule, about making 7 videos a week, to try to maximize the money, not worry about maximizing my, not even stress about my thumbnails and titles, like just not even worry too hard about maximizing everything and optimizing everything, not worry too much about shorts, not worry about my strategy. My strategy changes like right now. The goal is just to have fun and stop sweating about the numbers. So I'll stick to the stream schedule for sure. I will still make videos. I'll still make the occasional review video. I'll still make like clips out of the stream, because a completely different audience watches the clips than watches live. But the consistency and the focus on numbers came from a goal, which was to make money, right? That was my goal. And then my plans came out of that. My new goal is to have fun. Okay. So that means that my plan changes. I'll stream consistently. I'll try and stream once a week. I won't be here in 2 weeks because I'll be somewhere else doing an event for my job. But I need to move back to just having fun with it. Which I've never not enjoyed it. Like, I've always had fun. Chang, hate to see it, but shorter stream may make it more manageable. I mean, yeah, the streams were getting long because I was trying to get seven topics in that I could make videos out of every time. Certified fun maxer. Yeah, I'm fun maxing. I'm fun maxing instead of content maxing. That's where I am. That's where I am now. But I think the fact that I was considering quitting is a sign that I was heading towards burning out. You know? I think that's a fairly good indicator that I was what's the opposite of maxing? I was just like, I had my priorities were all cooked. That's all. My mic looks like it's peaking here. Is my mic distorting, or are we good? Because I'm not really sure. It's been a while. I'm not sure about my levels and all that kind of stuff. I think we'll get into some stuff though, hey? And the first stuff I want to get into, I think, is head to head. I want to understand what has been going on with head to head in WCA, because that became a rule. It was a rule change. A rule change happened, a regulation change. We now have head to head. My understanding is from people who have been messaging me that Timon Kolodziejski, you might have heard of him. He's quite good at cubes. Timon Kolodziejski, not very impressed, is my understanding. And also, Riley freaking Dexter went against him at this competition and actually got a couple of solves on him. So that's a thing in itself as well. But there's a lot more to this, I think. And we're going to start with our man, Tom Noble. Tom Noble. Noble Cubes is going to take us through it. He's made a video. 8K views. Okay, King, let's go. How are my levels here? How are my levels? Low.
To witness the very first official WCA head-to-head final.
Tom's accent is so hectic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's a more Australian accent than Tom Noble's. That is a diabolical little freeze frame there as well, isn't it? Hello, Tom. How you going there, mate? You all right?
All of history.
Shut up, everyone. What did he say?
I was really lucky to witness the very first official WCA head-to-head final in all of history. This was at a Melbourne competition called Melbourne Summer 2026.
Okay, got it.
Have every year that's pretty big. Lots of people from all over Australia and the world come to compete.
There it is. There's Timon.
Because it's one of the biggest competitions of the year. And Australian competitions are known for being pretty well run.
Alex spotted.
WCA decided that this could be the first competition to
There's that guy. There's Cheggins.
have this format. Now,
Not him,
this was
the other
amazing
guy.
to watch, but there was some issues. We've seen head-to-head finals before, but it's a little bit different than how it's usually done. In every other competition in history, it's always been an average of 5 solves in every round, the first, second, and third, or even fourth round.
Boring. You all know my position on that. You all know my position on that. Average of 5, boring. Head-to-head, knockout, fun. Good. Me, Monkey Brain, want knockout, head-to-head.
Competitors get
Monkey
5
Brain
solves to have their average be the 3 middle ones. So the best and worst get cut off.
That makes
this is
sense.
pretty standard, and this is how it's been the entire time. But the WCA wanted to try something a little
Yes,
bit different
Frosta.
with a new head-to-head format, which the point is to make it
Alex.
spectator-friendly. And spectator-friendly. This is what
Alex is freaking huge. He used to be just this tiny little thing. When I first sponsored him, he was like shoulder height on me. And I'm like 6'2". Don't check. Don't fact check it. Just believe. I'm 6'2"-ish. All right? Give or take. But anyway, he was like shoulder high on me. He's a big unit now. I mean, it does happen. Children turn into adults, and as part of that process, they get taller. So that is something that happens. I understand that. But he's exceptional.
One of the most exciting finals I've ever seen, because world championships in the past have had 2 people competing at the same time, but they'd go one after another. So for instance, they had Yiheng on one stage, he'd do his solve, finish it, and then Xuan Yi would go. And
Did
then
we
he
go-
would alternate
did we go
to
simultaneous this
average
time?
5. What the head-to-head now is 2 people on the stage, but they both go at the same time. They still get their 15
Oh,
seconds.
snap. If I knew that already, then I've forgotten, so whatever. But I didn't expect that from the WCA. Because that's a really big dynamic shift. That's really big. How interesting. I'm genuinely surprised by that. I did not expect the WCA to go down that path.
Inspection, but they both have to start when
I
the commentator
know that
says
kid. What's his
go.
name?
This
I
was
forget.
Tyler, and he did an amazing job running this, but it was very different, and there was a few issues that I kind of want to go over. For starters, Timon Kolozinski was here, the fastest in Europe and world record holder for 4x4, 5x5, average and single. He's really good. He came down to Australia for this competition to compete in the world's first head-to-head, because this was a pinnacle moment for the speedcubing community. Only problem
Obviously.
is, there was things that he didn't really like. So the first problem with head-to-head is that there's no average of 5, meaning that if competitors get some really good solves in a row, it doesn't count to any world record or PB average.
Instinctively, my first response to that is, I don't know, cry me a river. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Is that too harsh? That was Roman. Thank you, Curious Nick. They count them down and they have to start at the same time. I don't know. Is that... I understand. Like, they will still count as singles, but they won't count as average, and I guess you won't get... I could see why Timon would be upset about that. I'm personally... It doesn't really affect me. You know? Chang, I think simultaneous solve was the solution to keep solving situations consistent, so if someone DNF the competitor doesn't just slow solve for safety. Again, it's like, don't DNF then. Be good. I don't know, that feels like, I don't know.
Competitors do their first solve together. If competitor A wins, then they...
But don't get me wrong, I don't hate solving at the same time. I think probably solving at the same time, if the goal is an optimal spectator product, then solving at the same time is probably the right
Get
call.
a point. Second round, if the competitor B wins in the next one, then it's 1-1. It's first to 3. So this can be done in 3 solves, or it can be done in 5 solves. So the problem is, if a competitor gets a bunch of really good times all in a row, these actually don't count to anything. They're all just single solves.
Well, interesting. I haven't seen the times, but I wonder how Smiley Texter Riley freaking Dexter is feeling about, because he performed really well, didn't he? It's my understanding. What was the competition? World Cube Association. Am I logged in? Yeah, I am. You want that one? It was the Australia Summer. Which comp was it? Help me out, chat. What was the name of the comp? Was it Melbourne Summer? Jeez, there's loads of them. He got OCR 2 single. What would his average have been? It was Melbourne Summer. Thank you. So if we go to Events. No, we want to go to results, right? Where the hell is that? We're working to upload the results as soon as possible. Results aren't up yet. That's interesting. Why no? Why? Huh, okay. Well, I guess we can't check the results. Not on here, anyway. What's up, Caden? Hey, congratulations on 10k subs. I just saw that this morning. We're looking at head-to-head, and I was trying to find Riley Dexter's results from Melbourne Summer, but they aren't up yet. If any of you can hunt those down, that would be good. Millisecond talked about it as well, so I'm gonna hear from them as well. We're deep diving on this one because I don't know what happened. Chang, is the WCA site even set up to show it head-to-head? Well, I mean, I would like to think so, given that they did it. So
it's a really interesting and new format. The thing is, Riley...
They have had a couple of things going on, though, bless them. WCA's had a couple of things going on.
One of the best in Australia. And
there he is, look.
Riley
freaking Dexter.
He's gotten really close a few times. But he got a lot of 5-second times
What's up?
in this
Oh,
final,
WCA
and some of them
Cubing.
consecutively might have actually even been the oceanic record. But because they weren't in the same average, it doesn't technically count. However, single records do count. Riley Dexter actually got his personal best second ever sub-4 single in Australia, beating Felix and becoming second in Australia after Jody Brewster, which was really cool to see. Now the next issue, this goes for a little bit long. There was 12 competitors in total, and they did a bracket thing where they had 2 people go at the start, and then those people would play the next people, and it would get consecutively faster until there was just 2 people left. Just like a
Yeah, it does take a minute. It's almost like a head-to-head should just be a 3x3 comp or something, eh? Maybe. I don't know.
Regular knockout round in other sports, which doesn't make it more exciting. However, the problem with this is that competitors are sitting for a long time, and the competition tested out having the cubers drop all of their cubes at the same time right at the start, which this got Timon a little bit upset.
I haven't had my cubes for the last hour.
Oh!
This got Timon a little bit upset.
I haven't had my cubes for the last hour. I could warm up, maybe.
Yo, what? Ooh, he's not happy, eh? Oof. I mean, the man's got other cubes though, right? Man's got a couple of... He's got a couple of GANs. But... Yeah, that's tough.
Main in the cup, and he wasn't until like 5 rounds later. So he was sitting there without his main, he couldn't warm up, and he was away from his cube for a long time.
He's heated.
He made it pretty clear he wasn't happy with this.
I could warm up, maybe.
He still did pretty good though. Now,
oh, he's absolutely tilted. He's inside his own head. He's completely tilted. That's tough. What's up, Dave Neville? We are back.
This would just be to have the competitors drop their cubes as soon as they start, or just when their round is about to start, because they get all their cubes taken off them as soon as they're finished as well, even if they're going to the next round. I think this was a little interesting, and it'll be interesting to see if they change this moving forward. Now, another issue is the competitors usually have 15 seconds of inspection. This was still the same in this competition. However, because they wanted the 2 competitors to go at the exact same time, there was a 15-second countdown, meaning that they couldn't start early, which looked like it was throwing off a couple of the competitors.
I think I can understand that. I can understand that being weird. If your inspection's done at 8, and then you've got to hang out for almost that same time again, I can understand that being like. I can understand that. I can understand that being pretty off-putting.
Especially, sometimes he was done his inspection in 10-12 seconds, and he had to wait another 3 seconds until the commentator said go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Carter, the Timon thing with the cube seems like an organizer choice, not a regulation. Yeah, can't disagree. Wait, is that Carter from Clicky? Because I saw you've got a video about it as well. I was going to take a look at that. Yeah, he sounds mad as. Curious Nicky was pissed off. Yeah, he was beyond he was beyond tilted and into genuinely angry, it sounds like.
I mean,
Or
you
it certainly
hands on the
appears like.
timer and you might not be able to see what's around the cube and you might sort of forget. It isn't the best purely just because it's not what these top competitors are used to. I'm sure it's a thing people could train, but right now it looked like it was frustrating few of the competitors. Now,
Did it? Yeah, well, here's the thing. Oh, it is Carter. Hello. So, yeah, no, has anyone else spoken out against it? Like, where has this conversation happened? Is it on, is it in the forums or anything? Because I want to know if is this just a Timon Tanti or is this a universal experience that people had, you know? That would be interesting to know.
Now another thing, in previous finals where it was one cuber after another, it meant the cuber A got their cube scrambled and taken out to them while the other cuber had their cubes in the back. This meant that the competitors could swap, being scrambled on one cube and solving on the other, and then the other way around, meaning that it was a quick turnover and there would be solve after solve. But the problem is here is that because they're using their cubes at the same time, both cubes have to go back, be scrambled, and come back to the start. This made things go a lot longer, and also there was more time in between the cubers solving, meaning that they didn't have as much time to warm up on that cube. Just another thing to consider.
Okay,
possibly
annoying.
having 2 cubes might be better, so they can scramble a cube in the back, bring it out as soon as the previous solve is done.
Not Timon Tendies. Just to be clear, Tanti as in a tantrum. Timon Tanti, not a Timon Tendi.
Finally, there was actually a round where Timon and Felix
What's up,
got the
Solver
exact
5K?
same time. They had to check the regulations with this because this
No shot, really?
Timon and Felix got the exact same time. They had to check the regulations with this because this is a brand new format. People didn't know what to do. Usually, this wouldn't really matter because their average is what counts.
Oh, sure. Wait, is this from the same comp?
2 singles at the same time, it's more likely to happen. So basically, they just did a repeat and they got a new scramble and they just tried again. So no.
I feel like just go to the thousandth in that situation. But I guess even if the thousandths were matched, you'd have to then go, well, what's the reg there? So they just did a repeat? Sure, whatever. I'll survive.
This competition can actually go forever. It's very unlikely, but 2 competitors that are pretty close together could actually be getting the same time lots of times in a row. Just a thing to consider. But overall, I'm really excited with this, and it was an amazing thing to watch. There was so many people there, and everyone got really involved. The crowd was hyping up the cubers heaps, and Timon eventually ended up winning, which was really cool to see. I mean, no one better deserving than getting the world's first head-to-head record.
Okay, he took the dub at least. Okay, so okay, a couple of things. I really want to hear perspective from other people who competed in this head-to-head, and I want to hear perspective of people who watched the head-to-head. Now, I'm going to assume that one of those parties is covered by some of you in the audience today. Like, who actually watched it? Carter, did you watch it? I'm going to assume so because you made a video on it. Oh, stop. There it is. Oops, there it is. Oh, let's go.
Do you think there was any more issues? And is there anything you think should change? I think it's really exciting seeing how this is going to go forward. And I'm sure
I'll read the
WCA
comments.
will refine this over time. If you want to get any of these cubes that the competitors used, get them from Speedcube Shop and use my discount.
Use code Cubecast. No, use code Noble. Use code Noble. What are your thoughts on this head-to-head format? I really enjoyed the strain. Extra solve. I don't know. No average is annoying. Sure. Well, no one's worried about how annoyed you are. I don't like how they have to wait during inspection. Can't tell you how much that would throw me off. I think I probably agree with that. I think it would probably throw me off. Bad if no average. It would be nice. It would be nice if there was a way to get averages out of it as well. But also, it's just, it can't. I don't think it can. It's not compatible with averages of 5. Veer, I think it worked out well, and I agree that pretty much the same reason as you. It was cool to see you there, by the way. All right, Creeper. Brought out the best in Riley and Timon. Brought out the beast in Timon. Something so simple as a head-to-heads up match made way overcomplicated. Yeah, that's kind of a symptom of... that can be a symptom of community design sometimes, maybe. I think that's why I'm kind of down with... I don't know. Like, I'm down with how PSL are doing things. They're just saying, here you go. Here's some rules. They're the rules. Cool. Let's all play. Let's do the thing. And it's not perfect. But then the WCA has to be more, oh, shite, we got to get feedback from all of these goobers. And they do shout ever so loud. You know? Curious Nick, I don't think it's a big deal that they don't get an average. They have 2 or 3 rounds before finals. I kind of agree as well. Carter, are you down to come on? I would be keen to talk to you about the experience of watching it. I have not planned for this at all. So if you don't want to, that's totally fine. Curious Nick, who the hell is that? I'm glad the WCA is trying new formats. It was exciting to watch, and I'm sure the minor kinks will be smoothed out over time. Given that it was the organizers' first time and they were doing their best, Timon could perhaps have been a bit more chill. Yeah, I think that's probably good feedback as well. Cubing leagues, just putting in my idea, because the rounds can be between 3 and 5 rounds, why not have a mean of 3 if it lasts 3, mean of 4 if it lasts 4, and typical average of 5 if it lasts 5? I think that's a very sensible and logical suggestion that will cause an explosion on the forum. But. Okay, cool. Let's get Carter on. We'll have a yap. Hold on a minute, Carter. First day back, and I'm deciding to intentionally screw up my intentionally screwing up all my cameras, but that's fine. Is this the right Carter? I think it is. Yo, is this the right Carter? Hold the line, everyone. We'll get this going. I'm gonna keep looking at the comments just now. I would like this better if it made room for average of 5. Well, how? How, sir? Yeah, having the competitors sit around for a long time was not ideal. What's up, Jim? Luke the Cuber, they should just do 5 solves anyway, even if someone wins in the first 3 to 4, so it's still an average of 5. Disagree, that would be boring as all hell. From a spectator point of view. Oh, it is the right Carter. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're ready. With peace and love, Luke. Nah, I reckon that would be boring. Oh, was Felix spotted doing a 6-7 at 5:39? It looks like it. I've been issued a very stern warning by my Gen Alpha son that we no longer 6-7 anymore, and I'm okay with it. Okay. Solver 5K based comment from Solver 5K. Aren't they? They're in the chat, aren't they? If they really want it to be more spectator friendly, there should be an event that uses smart cubes. Oh, who's this in here being a hater? Curious Nick. Not realistic to happen anytime soon in the WCA for a multiple. In the WCA, yes. What's really interesting now? I have information. I'm trying to work out how I can say it. Manufacturers are leading the charge. There he is. There's Solver 5K. Manufacturers are leading the charge for when it comes down to smart cubes. I know this. I can't tell you why I know this or how I know this. It's nothing scandalous. It's just because it's just because I know that is a thing. All right. So in terms of Solver 5K's comment there, if they want it to be more spectator friendly, there should be an event that uses smart cubes. Yeah, I think our manufacturers are going to be pushing that for us. So I don't think you have to worry too much. Please invest in a decent microphone. Sound quality is absolutely horrible. Man, we love hating. We love hating. Oh, Also, may I say, Jim here, also may I say, what is up with blind being able to do head-to-head? It's so weird to me. It will just be fast DNFs or slow successes. Well, will it, Jim, if they're solving simultaneously? I cannot imagine. I've never done a blind solve, but I can't imagine anything more devastating than doing memo against someone at the same time, and you're still memoing and they go bang and start solving and you're still memorizing. Like, that would immediately just flush my brain. Like, anything that I had memorized at that point. Look who's just turned up in the chat. He might be able to corroborate. James, head to head, 3 blind. If you're, let's say you and I, James, in a magical mystery world, right? We're going head to head in the blind final, 3 blind final, okay? New Zealand Nationals 2026. It's you versus me. I've grinded like I've never grinded before. I've ground like I've never ground before? That doesn't seem right. Anyway, we're going head to head in the final at New Zealand Nationals 2026. We're solving simultaneously, right? Our man, whoever it is, counts down. We both pick up our cubes. We start memorizing, okay? You're still doing memo, and I'm next to you. And I before you finished your memo, I put my goggles on, I put my blindfold on, and start solving. Would that not be like devastatingly distracting? As a blind solver, do you reckon you could keep your cool in that situation, or would that be awful? I can't imagine it being anything other than awful. There is another take on this by our mates Chris and Dylan over at Speedcubing TV at the millisecond. Let's have a quick look at what they had to say about it. Also, crowd reactions. Blind head to head is so stupid for many reasons from Jim. Yeah, that would be tough. Anthony Rochester probably wouldn't hear with earmuffs. You could do them back to back. You could have blind solving back to back. That would be quite cool. Yeah, Solver 5K. China has all kinds of smart comps and events at comps, not just one time at the gang comp. We're going to see that. We're going to see that in other countries as well. James, okay, here we go. Here's the take from our 3 blind pro. It wouldn't be great, but also I've raced people in simultaneous blind before, and it doesn't completely kill your memo or anything. But do you think people would complain about it? I think potentially they would. Hey, we're going to bring in Carter from Clicky Studios before we watch Chris and Dylan, because I want to hear his take as a spectator. So just hold the line, everyone. Just hold the line. We're going to get some music going while I bring Carter in here. And remember how to do that. Oh, wait, you don't want to see that. Oh, geez, you can see how many messages I haven't answered. That's not good. Right, I want this screen here. And then I want to move this back up here. And then I'm going to call young Carter. And then see, there we go. There's the OBS we've been looking for. There it is. There it is. Hold on, I'm going to have to just diddle with that a second. What's up, Carter? Give me just like 10 seconds. Nobody can hear you yet. Actually, go ahead. Say hello so I can say that I can hear you. Okay, I can hear you. The people cannot. Great. That's a good start. Discord call simple, I think, is the screen that I want. Let's click on that and see what's going on. Then I'm going to press pop out. How do I pop you out? There we go. There he is. Okay, Carter's on screen. And you will now should be able to be heard by people as well. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Great. We did it, everyone. Hey, Carter, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I just had school today. School for the rest of the week, and yeah, I recently watched Head to Head. I also just came out with our new podcast yesterday, so
yes,
lots of stuff going on.
I've seen it on my page, but I haven't watched it yet. I was planning to take a look at it today, but we've got you right here, so I figured this is a better way. We'll just get you on. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming on. Mm-hmm. So shall we start with your experience watching it? Because that's what we haven't heard so far. We've got multiple things going on. Timon, sad. Other people possibly sad? I don't know. Maybe you have some insight into that. But you're our man on the ground. You were a spectator. I'm assuming you weren't there in person. You were watching it on the stream, right?
No, I was not there. I was probably a 12-hour flight away.
Okay.
So,
well, that's even better then. How then, as a spectator watching the product, how was it for you?
Right. So I'll preface this by saying that head-to-head solving, in my opinion, at least for it to work in the WCA, is going to be heavily based on how live streamers and live streaming companies present that product. Because theoretically, head-to-head solving is supposed to make cubing more spectator-friendly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are catering, of course, to the people in person, but I think we're also catering to the non-cubers. And I think the way to get the most non-cubers to watch this sort of thing is to actually either upload it later or live stream it. And live streaming just has that exciting competitive nature. Like, you would never rewatch the whole broadcast of like a sports game. Like, you'd watch highlights, obviously, but it's more fun to have it live streamed. So that's where that's going to be going. In terms of this competition specifically, Melbourne Summer, I wanted to say that the production company, I think, did a very good job of broadcasting the stream, and I think the WCA and the way, or the organizers and the delegates and the way it was formatted, I think they also did a good job for it being the first like head-to-head experience. I think there were some problems with it, but those are more like fundamental problems that maybe the organizers and the delegates couldn't have changed. If you want like a specific example, I kind of like the simultaneous solving in a sense, a little bit. But I think there's pros and cons to it, which we can talk about later.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, I was surprised to see that. I don't know if you were watching the stream earlier on. I was genuinely surprised that the WCA went for that, because I thought of the two options, that one's the most problematic in an organization sense. But so yeah. So yeah, you've done a good job of kind of declaring a bit of bias there as well, because you're looking at this from a production angle. Because obviously, anyone who doesn't know, of course everyone knows, but anyone who doesn't know, Carter from Clicky Studio is heavily involved in competition live streaming. So as a product, as a broadcast product, you were, do you think? So I've often. Forgive me, I'm coming up with these on the fly. But I've often kind of said that like broadcasting cubing comps is like trying to polish a turd, right? So which is, I don't know if that's a worldwide phrase, but it's like it's trying to make the best of a bad situation. You're like taking something which is not optimized for broadcast and turning it into a broadcast outcome. That's my own take on it, whatever. But that's to me been the problem with broadcasting WCA streams and the challenge that you've been up against. So how do you reckon this is as a product to broadcast compared to just a regular average of 5 product?
Well, first, I kind of want to debate you on that point.
Sure.
That WCA broadcasting is like quote unquote polishing a turd. I believe it's not.
That's not.
I actually wanted to.
I'll clarify. Yeah. That's not a reflection on the work of anyone who broadcasts, because that's me acknowledging that it's a difficult job to turn it into something watchable. That's all I'm saying there. That's my clarification. Sorry, I interrupted. Carry on.
It's okay. I actually think that, in a sense, like cubing is very entertaining. Like the product that we have right now, like of course, like. For us cubers, it's very entertaining, but I think for the non-cubers specifically, what cubing is about, in my opinion, like, and not to get like all philosopher here, but what it's about for me is sort of the aspect of like racing yourself. And like this puzzle has no mercy for you, right? Like maybe like if you're on like a soccer team, maybe your teammates have mercy, or like if you're like, I don't know if you watch soccer or football, I guess as they call it.
Yeah.
But like if you're at like a penalty kick, like you have the kicker and the goalkeeper, it's like this mind game of like, oh, is he gonna dive left? Is he gonna dive right? Is he going to the middle? With this, like it could care less like who you are if you get a lockup, right? And I think it's just sort of like knowing that like not only in a sense that you're fighting, you're not really fighting, but you're sort of competing with the cube. You're kind of competing against the cube. You're kind of competing against yourself in terms of like how you think mentally. It's just I think it's such a beautiful mental sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in cubing in any form will showcase that mental aspect of it. And that's what I think should be the emphasis on cubing broadcasts. Now, to go back to your original point of like, is head-to-head solving objectively better for broadcasting? Like that was that like what you're trying to get at for your question?
Yeah, I guess so. I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Objectively it is. I would say objectively it is because, you know, you have like sort of the head-to-head aspect. Like instead of calculating averages, it's like, okay, you can see if he got a 5-second solve or a 6-second solve. Okay, this guy wins. Because he gets a 5-second solve. He gets the point. Let's move on. We'll be done with that. That's cool. So objectively, yes, it is easier from a broadcast standpoint. You don't have to like talk about that jargon. But I also do want to make the argument that in certain sports, like American football, it seems like so counterintuitive. Like if you step back from it, like why is it 6 points, like for a touchdown? Why is it 3 points for a field goal? Why do we kick an extra point at the end? Like there's sort of all this like jargon to the sport, and you know like football. The modern football was built for broadcast in mind, but if we go back to the earlier days when there were no like real like broadcasts or TV, like it wasn't really optimized for that. So I think what the best broadcasts do is they sort of optimize that for the viewer, and they adequately communicate to like the other people, not just the people who are like invested in cubing, but also the non-cubers. Like, what are the stakes? Why does this matter? Why do we do the way like? Why is it this way? And why does like Timon really want to win worlds, or why does Yiheng really want to get like a sub 5 on this solve? I think when in sort of like a sense of why I live stream, I want to communicate that to more people because I think there's really interesting storylines within not only the people who cube but also like the relationships and like the world finals and the regional finals and all that stuff. So yeah, I think head-to-head solving definitely makes it easier to watch, but it doesn't make it a different product to watch.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. I like your approach to it of like really diving into that kind of the narrative and the storytelling part of it. I think that's not the easiest way to do it. And I love that you're taking it from that angle because it's like that is the good stuff. Like that is the good stuff, but it's the harder stuff to put across. Just on that though, do you find like I find with our community sometimes when efforts are made to dumb down is what I want to say, but it's not really what I necessarily mean. But when you simplify things with a non-cuber or a less experienced cuber in mind to try and explain them, I find the community gets quite mad at that. Like I've seen various different commentators on live streams try and explain things, try and keep new cubers engaged, and then have our community kind of rage out, or maybe it's pockets of our community, subsets of our community. Have you found that a problem, or how are you dealing with stuff like that if you've seen it?
I'm sure that stuff happens. Personally, I don't think I've necessarily experienced that. I think the only like example I could give you is like maybe if I was explaining like a clock relate, because I used to do clock like very very deliberately. I practiced for hours on end. Clock used to be my main event.
Mm-hmm.
I would like explain like these concepts, and then other like clock people within the community would be like, no, that's not how you say that. Like this is like you're calling 7 simul, you're calling like whatever. It's just other cubers were getting mad at other cubers talking to other cubers about the problems that another cuber is interested in. It's like this whole web of like understanding like the language behind like what we enjoy. So in terms of like cubers getting mad at like, no, this is not how you do things, I think there's probably a nicer approach. I mean, I understand like the you want to understand everything about it, but when you're like someone who's just like learning what a Rubik's Cube is and like what it does, I think that sort of feedback, just getting the basic point around is fine. And I understand like where those cubers are coming from. Like you want to make sure you get everything right. As long as you get the main idea right, I think the spectators are. I think we should be happy about that. As long as we're not being like misguided or given like wrong information, then I think it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So just dragging it back to Australia, to the head-to-head, you as a spectator, or you as someone who's been plugged into the community more than I have in the last 3 months, were there other people who had a hard time beyond Timon?
I don't think so. I wasn't like I think Timon was probably the most like vocal about it.
Yeah,
I'm
looks
sure
like it.
that like maybe yeah, like literally the most vocal about it. I'm pretty sure that the other people, I mean, there's nothing like crazy I've heard. Maybe like other spectators might not like it as much, but the competitors themselves during the competition they seemed to enjoy it. And but that doesn't speak for like maybe internally they have like a few problems. Like they might not be like completely against it. Maybe they have like, oh, we could have done this better. Like maybe we could have gotten our cubes to warm up with or whatever. Like they could be thinking that internally, but no one's been outspoken about that besides Timon.
Yeah, okay. Because I guess it was a challenge for the delegates because this was the first one ever, and they would have been working out how to do it a little bit as they go. It would have been, of course, they would have made plans and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it would have been a tough challenge on the ground, I think, for them as well. And I think maybe this is an oversight, the whole cube missing for an hour thing.
Yeah. I mean, traditionally, at least in my Mid-Atlantic, United States speedcubing community, what we do is we put all the competitors in the green room, right? So they don't know anything about the times of the scrambles or whatever happened, but they still get their main cube to warm up with.
Yeah.
So when they walk to the station, they would drop the cubes down. That's how they do it at most head-to-head finals. That's how they did it at the World Final, for instance. So that's definitely like an organizer thing, so I can't really speak to that too much. There's probably I mean it could have been an oversight, it could have been intentional, I'm not sure, but I think that feedback will be taken into account for future head-to-head competitions in Australia.
Yeah, I think they'd have to. You suspect that was a regional organization thing rather than a regulation or guidance thing from WCA?
I
Or
do not believe that is I do not believe that is a regulation.
Oh, okay,
because cool. I think that would have to be definitely like the World Finals would have had to have like all the cubes taken away at that point.
But then
and I don't
it's
like
different regs since then,
yeah.
Though.
I mean,
I wonder if there was like the World Championships team or something like that would have had input into like guidelines for the delegates or something. I'm not a delegate, so I don't know.
Possibly. But just from a personal standpoint, like taking off like the reg hat, like I don't see how that would be an advantage or a disadvantage. So
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Cara. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you giving us some of that feedback from being there watching it. There's always going to be kinks that they're going to have to iron out in things like this, in a big change like this. I'm still like stoked that they did it. I'm still excited that it exists as a new part of WCA. I think it's a really good change.
You too.
I think it's a really needed sort of change. And I think it's exciting to see what broadcasters like you are going to do with it. Like, I would love to, like, I can fully imagine, because it's hard to watch a full comp live stream. Like, they're big things. They're big things to watch. It's like watching the entire Olympic Games. You're not going to do that. That's not achievable. But if I knew, okay, so the head-to-head finals are gonna happen, the 3x3 finals gonna happen, and it's gonna be head-to-head, I'll be like, I'll set an alarm for that. You know, it's like that's an event. I feel like a little bit more than a regular average of 5 head-to-head final. But that's just me. I know I don't represent everyone, but that's just how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's all good. Thank
you so much. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening, I guess, where you are. Hey.
Yeah. For the viewers out there, go watch our new podcast. The
hell yeah!
Clicky Studios.
Plug. So, does that mean that no comps on Mondays is done, or is this just an extra one?
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
Okay.
I'll say that it's not dead.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Thanks, Mike. See ya.
Nice one. Thank you so much. There we go. Carter from Clicky Studios, who was watching that. watching the head-to-head as it happens. Right, let's take a look at our man Mills and Miller. Our man Mills and Miller, our boys over here on Speedcubing TV, the +3 podcast. Oh, good. Oh, good. What did I miss in the chat? I saw you guys yapping about something. It looked intense, so I ignored you. What's going on? Who's a dickhead? What's happening? We were arguing about the maths of averages of 5 in comps or something. I'm sure you've all worked it out. Hey, Vera. We can now be heard by Vera, so that's good. Okay, what have you missed? So much. Let's hear what Dylan and Chris have to say about head-to-head, hey?
Over the weekend, which we've been talking about for a while, was the first WCA head-to-head final, a proper head-to-head, not the stuff they usually do it in finals, at Melbourne Summer. We were talking before, it was going to be Yihang versus Timon. Then we heard last week that Yihang wasn't going to make it. But we still had Timon Koleshinsky in this head-to-head final. And I was not watching this live. I caught a couple of things live, but I was a bit busy. But I've been watching clips afterwards, and I obviously saw the result. And spoilers, because if you haven't watched it, I would recommend watching this. And then
that ship has sailed, Chris. That ship has sailed. We know the results now. Thank you.
It is exciting. It's a great watch. Like, look at that crowd there. Huge crowd here in Melbourne at the inaugural Melbourne Summer Competition, which is always one of the biggest competitions in Australia each year. But yeah, Timon obviously won, but it wasn't without its ups and downs. So here we are seeing clips of the final, which was between Timon Koleshinsky
and Riley got away with it in the first one.
Riley Dexter. And straight away, first solve of the final, this is a best of 5 sets. So first the 3 sets wins, and each set is a best of 5. So you need 3 wins to win a set. And right off the bat, Riley Dexter comes out with a 4 and is leading against Timon. And everyone's like, obviously the crowd's going crazy because Riley is a local to Melbourne. So that
would have been so hype, actually. That would have been so fun in the room.
Supporting their local competitor. But at this point, you're like, okay, cool. Riley's got his win. Now Timon can do his thing, and we can pack it up and go home. And I'm not going to commentate this. Watch this right here. This was some special stuff.
Oh my days. Okay. Wow. This was
3.9. Riley Dexter beating Timon on the second.
This was in the final.
Solve two solves to 0 in the set. Crowds going crazy. So that was Riley's PR single, and this was the first PR single we'd seen in head-to-head finals. I don't think there'd been any other in this round so far. Okay. So that will go on his profile as his PR single.
Stopping for the classic pick as well for the PR. You got to take it. What's up, Brandon? Riley just clutching up,
which is pretty exciting.
And so Timon's had his rage outs by this point, I guess.
The second of a sub 4 for the continent, for Australia and New Zealand. So pretty exciting.
Oh, thanks for hanging out, Alex. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Dylan, you watched this live, well, not in person, but on the stream.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on this final, how it went, how exciting it was, etc.?
Well, I mean, first off, this run looks vaguely familiar, right? I think I've seen this
Dylan's
before.
Triggered.
Yeah, shout out to Riley. I mean, he solved really good. His results overall for this competition were really solid. You know, tied PR average 569. Like sub 6 mean of 3 rounds. So yeah, here we're seeing the farming of singles come into play for Riley. But I was hanging out with somebody in LA, and then I drove back to watch this with Matthew, producer Matt, Jamie, and it was a grand old time, dude. I was so invested. I've been saying for so long that the head-to-head format is by far like the best way to enjoy cubing from a spectator experience.
Yeah, Dylan and I are aligned on that for sure.
It seemed like most people generally had the same opinion after this. It seemed like everyone was really invested. You saw the crowd getting super into it. This is like a
okay. Timon's back.
Just like a random open, not random big comp, but like same type of idea. It's great for the spectator experience. Some people said it was a little bit long. I would like to see this kind of maybe be a double elim thing. I have some qualms about
Wow, Dylan would double the length of it.
regulations around the head-to-head format entirely, but I understand with organizer resources and whatever, there's
What's up,
time
Canyon?
restrictions that need to be met. So overall, like, I thought this was a very good introduction into.
I'm saying certified hater Alex in the chat. Hello, Alex. Yeah, no, you have to get approval for you can't just have head-to-heads at any old comp you want. There's rules around it. I think James said, but yeah, we're waiting for one to be approved here in New Zealand. Spoiler.
The head-to-head format for the WCA, and yeah, I'm excited to see, especially Guangdong coming up. I had thoughts about like the stream. There was a few hiccups here and there with like the audio and flipping around the overheads, and maybe
my understanding was it was a very low budget stream. Like there wasn't a lot of budget for
the way the score bug was set up and everything, and that's kind of one thing I'm a little curious on is the implementation of this across the different organizers, right? The quality of streams is going to vary significantly, and I think the stream quality is the most important thing from a spectator experience. Like, it doesn't matter if the format's great, if the competitors are great, if it isn't as polished as it could be. And I think Mitch did an overall fine job here and has done good jobs in the past for other competitions in Australia.
On you, Mitch.
There's always things to improve.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with this stream, Mitch, who's a good friend of mine, he had to completely design overlays for this head-to-head thing. This is not something that's been
big effort from
by
Mitch.
the WCA yet. So he had to figure out how to get this stream to work. And he was.
It doesn't sound like the website's been set up by the WCA for this yet.
He's a volunteer as well. He's not a paid streamer.
So good on you, Mitch.
And yeah, it shows like this is kind of the best stream you can get on this low of a budget.
Clarifying for James, the $400 wasn't just additional funding from the WCA, but SCA. Oh, it's just additional funding from the WCA, but SCA still had some normal gear and budget and everything. Yeah, okay, got you.
Like the budget that's been...
Yeah, Jim, double elim is crazy, making an already way too long event even longer. Listen, double elim, sure, it'd be good. It'd be great. It'd be great to watch the stories, the journeys, the plot, Jim. But yeah, that's going to be a tough sell.
Provided to these organizers to run these streams is $400.
Oh, there it is.
That's just in like rebate for dues, so they don't have to pay as much of like the WCA tax essentially.
Yeah.
So then they can use that money on a stream budget. And $400 when you're trying to put on a high quality stream does not go very far at all. Producer Matt will tell you that himself. Like he streams these competitions and
okay. Yeah. If we want really good broadcast outcomes, pay for really good broadcast outcomes. We can't run on an oily rag all the way to the top. Like, we can't. You just can't. That's a cultural thing. Just pay people.
$400
in my humble
pay
opinion,
for like one hiring of a camera or something, So these are very low budget streams. It's relying a lot on goodwill of the local community to provide all of the gear they've got, to provide their knowledge. And we're lucky that this first one was in speedcubing, was run by Speedcubing Australia, who have done so many streams in the past, have already got a lot of gear that they've invested in over multiple Oceanic Championships and Australian Nationals that they have streamed. So hopefully we can see this level of stream at future competitions. I know Guangdong, they've got a whole streaming team behind that because it's also just a massive competition. I believe I heard that they're using the same production team that helped stream the GAN SSL, or at least some previous GAN SSLs. Okay. So hopefully that will turn out well.
What did I miss? Sorry, there's stuff going on at school.
Because it's also just a massive competition. I believe I heard that they're using the same production team that helped stream the GAN SSL.
Who is? What's he talking about?
Invested in over multiple Oceanic Championships and Australian Nationals that they have streamed. So hopefully we can see this level of stream at future competitions. I know Guangdong, they've got a whole streaming team behind that because it's also just a massive competition. I believe I heard that they're using the same production team that helped stream the GAN SSL.
Okay, so
or
go
at
on.
least
Okay,
some
got it.
previous GAN
I'm up to
SSLs.
speed.
Okay.
So hopefully that will turn out well. But yeah, it was super exciting. I mean, a great first showing. It wasn't without its issues. Some disagreements with how the rules were written. There was actually one thing that was quite exciting. This clip right here. This is Felix Zemdegs versus David Epstein in the bronze medal match. So these two both lost their respective semifinals.
This will be the same time
this is
one.
the second solve. David is leading, and I think they're having some fun. They're having some banter. But right here, they both get pretty good solves. Felix with like a nice clean 5. But David with exactly the same time.
That's wholesome.
Millisecond down to the center second.
Hey,
and
millisecond. Sorry.
Millisecond. Hey.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Cringe.
But they don't take the last digit in WCA, so this is a tie.
True.
So they had to essentially do an.
Could they not in that circumstance though? But I guess it's a tie for the rest of the database, isn't it? So yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
So that was pretty exciting to see the first tie. I don't think I was expecting to see a tie this early in the head-to-head format. And Mitch, who had made the overlay, didn't have a way to display the tie. So he just had to like not put it on the thing, which is a bit funny. Yeah. So he's got to figure out how to make that work.
True. How do they put that on the database? Yeah, okay. Jim with a hypothetical in the chat. Okay, Mike, let me say something. So head-to-head we'll have brackets and people will be versus each other, but imagine Worlds 2027, we were doing head-to-head. I don't know, third round, Yi Hang versus Xuan Yi by draw. They're obviously the favorites to win, but not only one can continue and the other one cannot finish on the podium anymore. That's kind of effed. Yeah. I don't know what James was talking about here. Semi's placement rules out certain outcomes. Y'all have been chatting in the chat about something I haven't been really watching. Alex, hot take, the 1,000th place is probably more luck than speed. Yeah, that's fair. There are very good reasons not to use the 1,000th, and I will concede. What's up, Mango? We've been yapping for like an hour about head-to-head. That's what's been going on. I wanted to.
This was a pretty exciting match as well. This was Felix Zemdegs versus
I don't know
David
how
Epstein.
they
always going to be a close one.
I don't know.
Two of the fastest
head-to-head fair for majors here. Can I just say, Chris, Dylan, Matthew, Speedcubing TV. Where are your chapters? Please timestamp your shit. What are we doing here? Please just give us chapters. It's very off-putting. I would listen to Millisecond a lot more if there were chapters. All right? Just a little feedback. Probably personal to me. I'm a boomer, and I've got YouTube Premium because I'm a fancy guy. But I listen to this stuff with my phone in my pocket switched off. Like, please give me chapters. Please give me chapters. I like how there's a disclaimer now. The views of this podcast do not necessarily reflect of Speedcubing TV. The views of this podcast reflect the views of me and my face. Give me chapters right now. All right. There's probably a lot more in here. I can see a little title coming up here. I'm going to just ping that and then we'll probably jump off of this and look at something else.
Get some seedings. If someone just...
This might be what you guys are talking about, actually.
It's a bad round and then ends up you get a really fast pairing in a best of one set early in the bracket. Someone could get eliminated early. I don't know. I think I would like to move towards this at majors. Not yet. Definitely not yet. Yeah. Maybe for Continentals 2028. I don't think we should be doing, definitely not this year, obviously. I don't think we should be doing it for Worlds 2027. I don't think it's ready. I don't think...
Oh, okay. Not ready for next year.
Competitors are ready, but maybe
that's a fair assessment given what Timon went
like
through.
A system of starting to move towards using these at national championships in 27, continentals in 28, worlds in 29, something like that. I think this is the way forward if we want to make speedcubing a more competitive sport and more spectator friendly, start pushing it out on ESPN type stuff where we're gathering audiences that aren't speedcubers.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, obviously this is definitely the best spectator experience, and like I think for the long-term growth and health of the sport aspect of speedcubing, not the hobbyist area, it is 100% the avenue to be going.
All right, Dylan's fully head-to-head pilled. We know that. But yeah. What have we learned, everyone? What have we learned? Head-to-head happened. Organizationally, there were challenges. Competitorially, Timon had a bad time. We've seen the potential of how wholesome it can be with Riley and that Felix Epstein match. David Epstein, to be clear. They'll get this sorted pretty quick though. They'll iron out these kinks pretty quickly, you know? That's what I reckon. Well, anyway, that's I feel like I'm caught up on head-to-head a little bit. I feel like I'm a little bit caught up. Don't have mega strong opinions about it yet, except that I think it's cool. It's moving in the right direction. But you know, pretty cool, pretty exciting, pretty fun. Thank you very much to Carter for coming on, and Tom Noble's video. Check that out. And the Millisecond podcast on Speedcubing TV, of course, check that out as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment, everyone. You know how it works. You know how it is. All right. I think that's probably enough on head-to-head, eh? What kind of state are my ad screens in after... Oh, yeah, bad. Real bad. Real bad state. After Discord calling. Hey everyone, how you going? Are we having a nice time? I can see the chat's kicking off. That's pretty cool. Main cam, I'm just gonna copy that too. Alright, we got SCS. We got this one. Let's just delete that. Yeah, I do want to delete that. And then I want to freaking paste it back in. Let's go. There we go. See? Fixed it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Give me your hot takes in the chat. Give me your hot takes on head-to-head. Is it good? Are we winning? Are we happy campers overall? I'm a pretty happy camper that it exists. Like, I'm taking that as a big W, okay? That's a big dub for me. It exists. It exists. We got it in WCA. What's up, Hogsleg? Someone asked if I did a video on someone. Oh, and then they retracted the message. Okay, interesting. I can't remember who they were asking about. Cube Trooper or whatever was asking me if I'd done a message on someone. If I'd done a video on someone. I don't think so is the answer. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was going to do some ads. I was going to do the ads. Everyone, use code. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Christ, that's loud. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Today's stream, of course, brought to you by the good people. I assume they're good people. They're probably good people. Mango's pretty chill. No, of course, they're all lovely. The good people at Speedcube Shop. Use code Cubecast for goodness sake. And save 5% off all your cube stuff you want to buy there. That's good. You like stuff? If you like cube-shaped stuff, buy it at Speedcube Shop. Unless you live in Australia and New Zealand, in which case, buy it from me. But if you don't, buy it from Speedcube Shop. Hey, you know what else? If you want to get better at cubes, if you want to go and get some coaching, do it at Cubing Life Academy and use code Cubecast to save 5%. Thank you to all the team over there. If you want to buy my sauce, my delicious, don't eat it, cube sauce, that'll keep your cubes going real good, you can do so at my shop, speedcube.co.nz. If you live in New Zealand and Australia, you can do that. Use code Cubecast there and you'll save something. I can't remember what, 5 or 10. I don't know. Use one of my creator codes instead. Use one of the codes from my team. You know who they are. Go and find them, for goodness sake. If you want to buy cube sauce and you don't live there, here in New Zealand and Australia. It's a while since I've done this. If you don't live in New Zealand or Australia, wait, no, that's not right. If you're in the UK, if you're in the UK, go to speedcubing.org. You can buy cube sauce there. And if you're in Australia, you can also buy cube sauce at Crafty Cube. Shout out to my homies over at Crafty Cube in Australia. And finally, today's stream is brought to you by G Fuel. Use code Mike32314 to save 20% on delicious G Fuel. Stay hydrated, stay focused, stay locked in with G Fuel. I'm currently rocking the Hype Sauce Raspberry Lemonade. It's very, very good, and I enjoy it a lot. Alright, I enjoy it a lot. That's that, everyone. Mango says I should look at the latest SES community post on YouTube. Should I now? That's the wrong button. Should I now? Should I? Speedcube shop. Here it is. Add 100% locked in. Community. Posts. Oh, dang. That is diabolical. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Old Cameron Bieber over here. Dang, I'm only jealous. I'm only jealous because I never had good hair. And now I have no hair. Well, hot dang. Happy birthday, Cameron. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Happy birthday to Cameron at Speedcube Shop. Amazing, incredible stuff. Thank you. Thank you for that, Mango. Outstanding. Right. What else do I want to look at today? I think I'm just going to probably look at one more thing and then probably bounce, to be honest. I'm quite enjoying just like taking my time today, just finding my groove again. I do need to open this clock, so there might be some clock solves at the end. Some clock solves and some RuneScape music I think might happen after this. But I wanted to catch up on the Chief Exec situation, the WCA Chief Exec situation, everyone. Did you know? Well, of course you knew, because you'll have watched my video about it. The WCA was hiring a Chief Executive Officer, which is very exciting, because I've been whining and bitching and moaning about that, about how I think that's a good idea, for about a year, at least. Looking at what the board's doing and being like, oh my god, you're killing yourselves. Why don't you just pay someone to do this stuff? And then you guys can go be a board. Go do that. Well, obviously they watch Cubecast. Probably a member. Obviously they watch. And they thought, you know what? Mike's pretty smart. We should listen to him. To clarify, that did not happen. But they did hire a chief executive officer. And there was an announcement about it. Here we go. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, everyone. I have been under a rock. I've been under a rock. I haven't streamed for 3 months. And wouldn't you know it, Ryan Murphy. Oh, wrong button. Good reveal, Mike. Ryan Murphy took the executive officer job at the WCA. How incredible. Listen to this. Shut up, everyone. Listen. Announced by Nick on Sunday, January the 4th. Dear WCA community, the WCA Board of Directors is extremely happy to announce that Ryan Murphy has been appointed as the exec officer as of the 2nd. In this role, he will oversee organizational strategy, external relations, and focus on growing the sport of competitive speedcubing worldwide. Ryan previously served as executive director of the Partnership for Clean Competition. I can't read. A 501c organization, so that's a non-profit dedicated to protecting the integrity of sport and public health by advancing high-quality anti-doping research and development. Founded in 2008 by the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, the National Football League, Major League Baseball, and the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, the PCC supported more than 60% of the world's anti-doping research during his tenure. Gosh, he loves anti-doping. Ryan serves as an adjunct professor for the Sports Industry Management Master's Program at Georgetown University. Oh, he's a clever boy, eh? In this role, he has taught corporate social responsibility and globalization of sport. Ooh. Well, we love that. As well as served as a capstone advisor. Don't know what that is. Sounds impressive. Prior to joining the PCC in 2021, Ryan served as program officer in the Sports Diplomacy Division at the U.S. Department of State, a role he held from 2009 to 2021. He directly oversaw the International Sports Programming Initiative, the ISPI, managing the division's annual global sports grant competition portfolio. So he's dished out money to sports, god dang, and focused on using sports as a diplomatic tool around the globe. That is wholesome. Earlier in his career, Ryan was senior manager for sport and competition at the Special Olympics International from 2004 to 2009. What a wonderful guy. He sounds so wholesome. Where he helped develop sport resources for coaches and administrators across the global Special Olympics network. Ryan also worked as an international doping control officer with international doping tests and management from 2003 to 2015. Geez, he's done a lot of doping stuff, eh? And a lot of global sports stuff. So he sounds like a good man having the position, for sure. Ryan earned an MA in International Sports Law from England Ruskin University in Chelmsford, England. And an MSc in Sport and Recreation. So he's travelled. He's intelligent. He's done some incredible stuff. I bet he's handsome. The WCA Board of Directors is thrilled to welcome Ryan to the organization. His extensive leadership background and deep commitment to the integrity of global sport will be invaluable assets as we enter this next chapter of growth and community impact. Incredible. That happened on the 4th of January. It was announced on the 4th that he was the exec officer as of the 2nd. And that about wraps it up, I guess. What a wonderful story. I guess I'll see you next time. All right, thanks for watching. Wait. What? Hold. No, wait. Hold on. Stop. What the hell is this? What the hell? What the hell is this? Update. January the 29th. By Kyle Caden Hales. What the hell is this? Regretfully, we need to inform you that Ryan Murphy has resigned from his position as exec officer of the World Cube Association. Ryan has accepted a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to serve as the head of doping control for the LA 2028 Olympics and Paralympic Games. Ryan has agreed to remain in an advisory role, allowing the WCA to benefit from his unique and valuable experience. So when I first heard about this, I did not have any of this context. I heard that he'd been hired. I went, that's cool. If I had time, I'd make a video about it. I didn't tell you, my dad was visiting from Scotland for 2 months. And in the sort of latter half of his stay, he was actually staying in this room. This was his room. So I had no access to any of this. I heard this. I was like, what the hell? That's incredible. I can't believe he's quit. Then I got the context. That he had left for literally his dream job as head of doping control for the 2028 Olympics. Now, I will say, it's not a surprise that his CV and that job match up very well. Like, he's clearly someone who is very, very experienced in and interested in and knowledgeable about doping and stuff. Okay. Alex, no, my dad didn't make me stop doing YouTube for a few months. That was just part of the reason. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. It was like, yeah, my dad came over to New Zealand and said, "What the hell are you doing? Go out and get a job. Get a proper job." Yeah, that's what happened. He loves doping, Chang. So anyway, yes, I'll read this whole thing. Although short, Ryan's tenure at the WCA, I mean, that is, that must have been a painful sentence to write. Poor Kyle. Although short, Ryan's tenure as the WCA exec has been incredibly meaningful in pushing the organization towards a greater and more sustainable future, and we wish him the best in his new role. I will go on to explain. This is fine. This is fine. Like, it's disappointing, but it's fine. I don't have any problem here. I know I'm being a dickhead about it, but that was just, I just wanted to drop the ending and bring it back. That's all. We just do a little trolling, don't we, folks? We're just doing a little trolling around here. In communicating his departure, Ryan had the following to say: "I would like to offer a very special and heartfelt thank you to the WCA board, Kerry, Nick, Dan, Blake, and Abdullah. Their leadership, dedication, and tireless commitment to the community are evident in everything the WCA does." I can't disagree with that. "In the short time I've worked with them, I've seen firsthand the amount of care, thoughtfulness, and effort they put into leading the organization. The WCA is in exceptionally capable hands, and I am confident the board will continue to guide the organization moving forward with integrity, vision, and a deep commitment to the global speedcubing community. WCA Board of Directors will resume direct oversight of the Executive Director's duties with the support from a strong network of WCA volunteers. The WCA Board of Directors will continue to evaluate the next steps regarding the Executive Director position in the coming weeks." That language gives me a little bit of a squeaky bum, right? That makes me just a little bit tense. Like, what do you mean? You'll hire someone is what you'll do, right? Please hire someone. That's what you'll do, won't you? What do you mean you'll evaluate the next steps regarding the Executive Director position? You'll hire someone, won't you? Won't they hire someone? I think this maybe just means they'll go back. Maybe they'll go back and hire maybe their second choice or something. Nobody wants to be that, though. You would want to run the process again. Nick, right? You would want to do that. You'd want to run the process again rather than just being like, "Welcome to the stage, our second choice." Chang. WCA just got dumped. No, I understand why Ryan's gone where he's gone. I can speculate as to some other reasons. Oh, okay. WCA just got dumped. They need time to recover before looking for someone new. You know what, Chang? You're absolutely right. We do not want a rebound chief exec. We don't want to rebound. We've been hurt. We don't want to rebound back in. Speaking as someone who has, I've rebounded. We don't want to rebound. We want to take our time. Oh, Alex. Luckily, they'll still be friends. No, it sounds like a clean breakup. I'm being such a troll today, and I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah. So listen. I think it's fair to infer from this exactly what we're seeing from this, right? He took the WCA job and then his dream job was offered to him, and so he took it. I cannot be mad at him for that. Absolutely not. And I can't be mad at the WCA for that either. It sounds like, yeah, Alex, it sounds like he's still going to be around as an advisor, which is cool. That's super chill. That obviously means that I think the WCA has made an impression on him, and he's keen to be involved at like an advisory level. I think that's very, very cool. I think it's very exciting to have someone at that advisory level that isn't on the board. That is on the board but isn't a cuber, but is very, very experienced at high level sports. Chang, stop it. It was him, not us. Oh my God, Ryan actually said it's not you, it's me. Nick, I would have done the same. Nick. I would have done the same. I don't have any ill feeling towards Ryan. I was thinking about this. There's only like if I was to be really speculative, you can't, well, no, not to be speculative, but let's just expand it out and be like, oh my God, I can't believe the WCA. You know, let's just think about potential criticism would be like, they shouldn't have hired him if he was just going to go and get something else. And it's like, well, you can't really plan for that. How do you mediate for that? You can make a salary ungive-upable. We did speculate that maybe the salary was a bit low compared to other chief exec positions that we saw advertised at the same time when I did my original video. But it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't mind-blowing. But then you were never going to compete with a man's dream job. That's not it. You could potentially say he does talk about doping a lot. Like, he clearly had a special interest that actually wasn't what he was being hired for. So you could be a bit cynical and be like, was this the right choice? Like, why? Like, he had a special... Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he had a very clear interest in an area that actually wasn't a priority for the WCA in any... You know, really? At any point in the near future? So you could say maybe that was risky, but you don't know who he was up against. We don't know who the other candidates were. We don't know anything. And ultimately, you just can't... you can't... There's certain things you can't plan for, is what I'm trying to say. The only possible thing that I could maybe speculate about is like, if they knew he was waiting to hear about this job when they hired him, that's a mistake. But I don't know that they did. I have no idea. We'll never know. Chang, does dope even help with speedcubing? Well, it depends what you define as dope. Doping, having watched a couple documentaries about it. Glenn, welcome back in. Lovely to see you here. Doping in like high performance sports is kind of like switching out blood, isn't it? There's a lot of that you like switch out blood for testing and stuff like that. And like, yeah, doping, and it depends on which drugs you refer to with which words. Don't try and get me cancelled here, Chang, all right? Suffice to say, I find that infusing with the blood of the young makes me perform better. You know? Alex, they do anti-doping tests in chess. I wonder if you could abuse Adderall and things like that in chess. I wonder if you could abuse Adderall in cubing. I don't even know. It's not something I'm super familiar with. Yeah, you can. My understanding is you can abuse Adderall in a competitive way. I don't think we have Adderall in New Zealand, or if we do, it's a different name probably. Chang, I tend not to bathe in the blood. I'll just switch my blood out for it. I'll have a cheeky infusion. You can put some in a smoothie. Listen, Chang, relax, okay? Anyway, I saw... Oh, my light died. That's sad. I'm going to have to plug my light in. I'll see if my mic will come with me. I saw... You might have to post it again. Curious Nick, you said there was some spicy rumors in the comments somewhere. And I'm not going to lie to you. I like the sound of that. I like a spicy rumor. I'm just going to get some more light back in here. Oh, Christ. I finally put curtains up, everyone. If you're just joining, that's the big upgrade to the studio. Where was that comment from Curious Nick? Did you read the spicy rumor in the comments on the new Clicky Studios podcast video? Right, I'm going to go look at that, but I'm not going to put it on screen just yet in case it's just depending on how spicy it is. So suffice to say, we had a very, very brief summer fling. Let's call it... Oh, Clicky Studios got a new logo too. Okay, I like that. That's nice. We had a summer fling with Ryan. he was our summer girl, and it was fast, it was passionate, but now it's over. It's back to reality. And here we are. Okay. Is the which okay word on the street? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna Nick. Okay. Okay, this is absolutely sourceless. There is no source on this. But this is quite the rumor. I'm trying to get the replies to this comment, but it's not loading for me. I think it's because I'm conspiracy brain now. It says there's a reply on this, but it won't load. But you can all go and find this comment. Like, I can't stop you. It's on the Clicky Studios video. But the suggestion is that, okay, okay. You can all go and read this, but yeah, the word on the street is that Ryan wanted to ban someone after cheating and farming extras. And the board did not want to ban him. They haven't even penalized his last solve. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't think this can't be true. Hold on a minute. Apparently Ryan lost a gold medal to a cheat. What? This is some high level BS. I think I smell BS. Oh, Carter, I think they are I think they're mixing up Ryan Murphy's. Okay, hold on a minute. Should we dive into this? I need some hold on a minute, everyone. Hold the line, caller. Hold the line. Hold the line. Here we go. Okay. Hold the line. We need some hacking and investigating music. Okay. We're diving in. Ryan Murphy, swimmer. Okay. There's Ryan. Jesus, look at the neck of him. Good grief. Okay. I can already tell this is not the same Ryan Murphy. Well, no, I'm guessing actually. Ryan Murphy, swimmer. Gold medal. Okay, here we go. There's a story here from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Yeah, I'll set those cookies, yeah. Tokyo 20. Ryan Murphy accuses swimming of not being clean after Evgeny Rylov's 200-meter backstroke gold. USA's Ryan Murphy accuses swimming of having a doping problem. Russia Olympic Committee's Evgeny Rylov won 200-meter backstroke gold. Luke Greenback earned bronze. SSN has contacted swimming governing body FINA for comment. ROC describes doping allegations as English language propaganda. Okay. USA's Ryan Murphy. Hold on. Okay. Is this the same person? Alright. So, it looks like there is a Ryan Murphy who lost out to a cheat. Is this our Ryan Murphy? Is this our summer fling? Is that Ryan Murphy? Was he our summer fling? If so, we're punching above our weight, all right? He's 30 years old. Height 1.91 meters, almost as tall as me. Is this the same Ryan Murphy that we had hired as our chief executive? We're gonna cross-check. We had some details about his CV that we can cross-check here. Jarvis, enhance image. Okay. Partnership for clean competition. Okay. Okay, Jarvis, search Ryan Murphy. Murphy. Partnership for clean competition. Enhance. Okay, here we go. Partnership for grants. Ryan Murphy. Here we go. Is this our man? No. No. This is not our man. That him face, not like him face. Those shorts are a bit tight there, Ryan. Come on now. Look at that. A great photo, isn't it? So yeah, no, it's a very nice attempt to slander someone. But away. No, that's not the same guy, everyone. He does look like he'd go fast in the water. He's got that dome like I have. Like that helps with aerodynamics in the water. Yeah, Glenn, our Ryan Murphy worked for the State Department in 2008. So when he was maths, 95, 2000. Yeah, that's not enough years. Can you zoom in closer? Can't tell the difference. All right, Chang, I got you. Ryan Murphy. All right. All right, Ryan. Hold on. Jarvis, enhance. No. No, still not the same person. Still not the same person. If you were born in 95, you'd be 31. Oh, we looked that up earlier anyway. This man is with peace and love, Ryan. This Chang, are you saying all white guys look the same? Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, okay. Murphy has also worked as an international doping control officer for International Doping Testing Management from 2003. So unless he was doing doping stuff at the age of 8, then these are different people. But that was fun. Thanks, Jarvis. Chang is 80% sure it's not the same guy. Well, anyway, that was fun. That's not the same guy. That is that rumor is on its head. It's like womp womp. Who the hell is this? Should we hold on? Who the hell is this? Who's starting these crazy rumors? Who the hell is this guy? No content. 190 subscribers. Joined in 2012. That's a long time ago. Can't really read anything into that. 190 subs. Just from spicy comments. Can you see what comments people have written? Is that a thing?
Last week.
Chill, Carter, chill. Can I see? How do you... Can you find a YouTuber's comment history? I don't know that, actually. Can you find someone's YouTube comment history? Alex, what if it's his son? Oh, Glenn with the 16-month sub. Good on you. Finding someone else's complete YouTube comment history is generally not possible. Dang. As this information is private to the user. Dang. Oh. You can view recent comments a specific user has made on your channel via the mobile app. Oh. I don't know if they've commented on my channel. Oh well. That was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. What were we talking about? Yes, Ryan. Ryan's gone. He's no longer our summer fling. Thank you for your service, Ryan. Genuinely, I'm glad that we were able to attract a candidate of such a high quality. I assume. I don't really know. Curious Nick, how dare YouTube not let us spy on others? I think that is quite rude. It's very rude of YouTube not allow me to expose someone like that. James, I missed that. Maybe he's just a high achiever. Maybe he was doing anti-doping stuff at 8. Oh, you know what I did want to look at actually was just on this. You can discuss this post on the WCA forum. So you'll notice there's no discussion post on his resignation. But someone in the forum was very concerned about doping and like just kept asking about it. A significant portion of the announcement emphasizes his experience in anti-doping, which concerns me a bit. Did this play into the reason why he was hired? Are we at a point where speedcubing needs to be thinking about anti-doping? Why would doping even look like in this context? Why are we testing? What's going on? So is it safe to say that WCA has no plans to implement anti-doping measures? I just wanted to follow up on my earlier comment and ask whether you might be able to respond when convenient. Generally interested in the board plans here. Thank you. And then the next comment was flagged and hidden. Oh God. Someone really doesn't want doping testing. This must be the comment that was removed. As soon as something better comes along, he'll take it and leave for the WCA without a second thought. Big hater energy in the comments here. He's a little bit too concerned, Nick. A little bit too concerned. And I'm glad to see people piling back on this person. But yeah, that's about all I can say, because that's exactly what a doper would say, Alex. I'm not accusing our commenter of anything. I want to be absolutely clear. I'm not accusing them of anything, but objectively, that's funny. How hard you were worrying about doping just then. Alex, that's the beginning of a campaign there, I reckon. Psyche, is doping just faking solves? No. That would be doping is what is a term used to it's a catch-all term for performance-enhancing drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. As a general rule. I predicted the GAN 251 UI's release. Sort of. Yeah, because Yoki had one. What are your thoughts? I don't have one yet. That's my thoughts. I think GAN should send me one. That's my thoughts. I'm actually going to try and get some cubes off them. That would be good, because they want to do more smart cube stuff, and I'd like a GAN I carry 4. To be honest. Chang, if caffeine counts, then we're all cooked. I'd be banned as well. I'd be banned right now. Okay, where are we? 11:56. Listen, some stuff's been going on with one of my childs. I think it's all under control, though. If it is, I'll have a look at this Sengso clock. I like that spy music, eh? That's quite intense. I'm going to be saving this. I'm going to be using this in the future. Detective background music. Shout out. Yeah, rip cubing seniors. Who knows what you'll find in the seniors? Oh, Glenn's got one. That's right. I love it. Glenn says I love it, and they've improved the app with it now too. Works better than it did 5 months ago. GAN 251 UI, that is. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Glenn. I would like to have another crack. I was a certified hater of GAN smart cubes after the initial GAN iCarry because so many of them were faulty, and it caused me a huge headache as a cube store man. So I would like to have a crack at it. No, I'm not going to get pinged for the spy music. We're all good. I'll need to go and check his. He's got a little license policy. I'll go read it. Excuse me. A 95-year-old competed, Alex. Where was that? 95. I wonder if he's registered as a senior. I think seniors is cooked, by the way. And what I mean by that is, I'm cooked at it. Because we now have Yoki Gao's dad in the seniors. That's tough, because he's quite good at cubes. Yuki Gao. Sorry, not Yoki. Yuki Gao. Look on senior. Oh, he's on senior rankings. Okay, all right, here we go. 3x3 cube over 90. Whoa, we've got 2. Well, we had one in 2011. Egon. I'm going to assume Egon is no longer with us, or he's at least 104. But this must be our guy, Frank. Old mate Frank, literal old mate Frank. With the 549.75 single. Let's go. Oh, 549 in a DNF. That's incredible, isn't it? What's up, Superflip? I don't know if Yuki's dad has competed yet. 3x3 over 40. Oh shit! Now wait a minute. He'll compete for China though. I'm pretty sure because Yuki competes for China. Oh, about how he joined a Cuban club at the library. Have you got a link, Alex? Send that through if you can link it. 95-year-old Cuber. Oh, here he is. Here we go. Let's have a look. I might get struck for this, James.
He's a 94-year-old who could solve Rubik's Cube.
What the hell is up with this audio?
2 minutes I could do it. I don't think I can do it in
2 minutes. Frank. Come on now, Frank.
but I think I can do it in 5.
Well, he just had a birthday, so now he's 95.
Oh, no, wait. Have I missed it?
Do you
Hold on.
remember Frank? He's a 94-year-old who could solve a Rubik's Cube.
When I was 50 years old, 2 minutes I could do it. I don't
Oh, when he was
think I can do it
50.
in 2 minutes, but I think I can do it in 5.
Well, he just had a birthday, so now he's 95. I'm Taylor Epps, your South Downs reporter here
What
in
up,
West
Taylor?
Seneca at his Cuban competition, where he has a chance to become a world record holder.
Oh, now we've got stereo.
Now,
Oh,
the
now
world
we're, no.
record was
What is with
5
this
minutes and
audio?
52 seconds. So all Frank has to do is get under that. What'd you tell him?
I told him, I said, pretend you're home watching TV like you always are.
Frank's girlfriend. Yes, Frank.
I got tears
I know.
because I know he can do it.
This is some wholesome stuff. Can we get a recon on
And on his third
millisecond?
try,
I want extra. I want an extra.
Doing it by yourself and
I want an extra. All this guy's mates are making too much noise. I want an extra. I was on for PR. Frank's mates over here making all this noise. Chill.
under pressure like that against the clock, I get a little flustered,
but you did great.
I was relieved. All my friends.
I'll tell you what, Frank, you're looking good for 95. That's amazing.
Friends are here and my family.
Oh, we're just so thrilled for him, you know, and he's been such a great dad to us our whole life. I'm getting emotional. Yeah, we're really proud of him. If he puts his mind to something, he gives it 100% and sees it through.
But he didn't stop there. Frank is also competing
That
in the
is some good
2x2,
stuff.
and no one has that record. So all he has to do is finish, and he'll become a world record holder for the oldest person to solve a 2x2 cube.
Come on, Frank.
And on his first try, he did it.
Let's go. I didn't see that one. Has he got the 2x2 as well? Oh, of course he does, yeah. Hey, he got an average. Good on you, Frank. Good on you. 2x2. Average over. Oh, he's not on this one for. He's not got that one yet for. 2x2. Oh, it's Oceania. Durr. All continents. There he is. Frank Ziemski. Zieminski. I hope he's cubing in 5 years. Alex, WCA should be all over this on socials. Come on, let's go. Look at that. Not bad, Frank. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is some wholesome stuff.
That was a good one. I mean, that's really cool. It's always awesome to be in the presence of a world record holder. I mean, to
Shout
see
out
him
Patrick.
come out here at his age and do what he
Wait. Is that Fat Rock? Am I right? That looks he needs to have a hard hat on. That's not Fat Rock Cubes, is it?
did. Like, anybody can do it. It's really cool.
No.
So because
No, his
he
name's not
completed
Patrick.
the 2x2 3 times, he was able to secure an average, and that's also a world record. So now he's a world record holder 3 times.
So I get 3 records?
3 records.
Wow.
You're a world record holder.
How does that feel?
Feels great, yeah. It was easier than I thought it was going to be, really.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
We thought maybe 2. We didn't realize the 3.
3 world records.
Like, you know, the bells and
It is Fat Rock.
it's like
Thank
a
you, Glenn.
bad Super Bowl.
Shout
I
out
got
Flat Rock.
3 records.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Taylor Epps, 7 News, West Seneca.
That was great. Whoever did the audio needs to be talked to, probably. That was a concern. Well, that was cool, wasn't it? Far right. That's some wholesome stuff. Thank you, Alex. I hadn't heard of that. Shout out Frank. Out here doing it. I think everything's under control. So we'll take a look at this clock and then I'll get out of here, eh? Have I got where's my solving? Is my solving screen set up? Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right, everyone. Sengso sent me something to play with. But first of all, observe the jersey. You can't really see it. The colors are all cooked in here. It's green, all right? It's a green jersey. Observe the hat. Matches. Observe the watch. Observe the timepiece. Green. I'm so green in here. Everything's so green. I like the color green, everyone, all right? I like the color green, suffice to say. You could say it's my favorite color. Now, Sengso sent me another clock. And you'll never guess what. You'll never guess what. It's a green one. Let's freaking go. They made one to match my outfit. They literally hooked me up with a new puzzle just for me. It's a custom made for me and me only to match my outfit today. How am I old for saying timepiece? Come on now. Come on now. No, it's not made for me specifically, but it is white and green. She's lovely. She's fresh out the box. Absolutely no setup whatsoever. Feels like a clock. Looks like a clock. Doing clock things. I have not solved a clock in a hot minute, everyone. But I am keen to. Oh, let me sort this out. OBS stuff. Grab a clock if you've got one handy, and let's do some clock, hey? This is so annoying. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to go and remember where I got my code for my chat. Where did I get my code for my chat? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to find it. I might have to go and get a new code. Maybe my chat will look different next week, or maybe I won't do anything about it. Let's do some bad clock solves, everyone. Let's do it. And then I'm gonna get out of here. I don't need that. I don't need a little wrist rest. Okay, how do you do a clock again? Let's just do a little practice here. Ooh. Ooh. I like it so far. I can kind of tell. That's weird. It's like more magnetic on one side than the other. No, that can't be right. That's me being a goober. Okay, so how did I do this again? I like to solve. I solve on the 6 o'clock. And then I'll flip it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now, okay? This is gonna be real bad. You ready for this? You ready for a stinky clock solve? I hope Carter's not watching. He might puke if he sees this. Okay, actually, you know what? No, not terrible. Not terrible. For my first solve back. I like that my clock matches my watch. Like, that's cool. I'm down for that. Needs more silver on it. Needs a bit more silver. Alex, it is in New Jersey, actually. But shout out for my friends at Balmano. Balmano. I wear a lot of their stuff because I like it. Okay, let's do it. R3. Ooh. We need some RuneScape. RuneScape, or should I put the detective music back on? RuneScape got me in the... That got me in the zone for 5x5, didn't it? So let's do it. Let's get... Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, now we're solving. Now we're doing some solves, everyone. Alright, now we're solving. Okay. What are we looking at here? Well, I don't like either of these, to be honest. I don't like either of them. Oh, hold up. Hold up. That's nasty. I did an extra move that I had trained myself out of, so that was pretty stinky. In the spirit of fun, not numbers as well, that I was talking about earlier. Oh, this is beautiful. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Hannah, how would I do this? I would do that, then I would do that. So it's that one to get those up there. Okay, cool. Fat-handed it. That's disappointing. That was real nice there, honestly. Oh, no! Okay, we've absolutely... I've wrecked this one. Never mind. Is what it is. That was a really nice setup. And, yeah. Nah, it's all good, though. No, it's not. Okay. That was almost something very, very tasty. Wow, I've totally brain farted here. What the hell is going on? Oh, that's right. That's why. That's why I've brain farted. I forgot how clock work. Well, it's been fun, everyone. And then I tried to solve. And I knew this would be an issue. I knew solving would be an issue today. Because I'm bad at it and out of practice. The worst. Yeah, I was saying in the spirit of not worrying about numbers and stuff, I actually can't see how many people are watching right now. I suspect not many. That's a missed scramble, almost certainly. This feels very nice so far. I feel like I want to actually tighten it a little bit. I feel like it's a bit loose. Like I'm just gonna knit the case up a little. Oh shoot. I haven't moved any of my stuff back in yet. Do I even have a... Ooh, do I have a pen knife? No. Well, I'm dealing with it at the moment. I'm just dealing with it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, there we go. It feels like... I've never felt this before with a clock, but I'm actually feeling like I want to set this up. I've always just kind of got a clock and gone, well, that's fine. I wonder if I should do the same and send this one to... Oh, I'll need to get in touch with Lockie and see if they sent him one. Hopefully they did. I asked them to, but they may not have. Here we go. That was pretty tough. I'll be honest with you. Pretty tough. Okay, I can live with this side. Whoa. I fudged something, but I think I got away with it. I think it's gonna finish still. I don't think it's a DNF situation. Ah! Literally DNF'd it as I said that. DNFs don't count at home though, do they, everyone? What's the shortcut for DNF? What's the shortcut for DNF, everyone? I know there's a keyboard shortcut. Control 3, thank you. Gonna need it. Here we go. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, it needs some lube, I reckon. Never... Maybe I'm such a clock pro now, such a clock god, that I'm like having opinions about setup. Could happen. Thank you so much, CC Simas. Appreciate it. Nope, upside down. That's what we're trying to do. Come on now. Learning good habits. Here we go. Can't get it. Oh, okay. Don't beat yourself up. It has literally been 3 months. What are we looking at here? Okay, we can get it. Ooh, okay. We'll take that. Curious, Nick. I definitely never thought about setting up my clock. You're clearly not as clock-brained as I am, Nick. You know, you haven't been out here in these streets grinding, you know, like I have. That's a joke. Got a nice click to it. Definitely feels a bit rattly though. I need to tighten it up. My last 2 official solves in 25 were clock DNFs. That's tough. That is tough. Ugh. Absolute cabbage. I have this thing sometimes, I swear, like I'll just get into a clock solve and then I'll just forget how a clock works. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Don't hate, don't hate. Like it a lot. Love it because it's green, obviously, first of all. Love it because it's green. That's a big win for me. A big win for me that it's green. I like the clicks, the magneticity. Pretty good. I will be making a video on this. I just wanted to film some solves, but they were all terrible, so I'll probably film some more. I need to take it apart and send it to Sengso as well. They weren't quite sure whether they'd sent me the right one or not. So so far, it's going very well. I'm going to boost. I'm going to boost everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my sponsors. Who are they? Speedcube Shop, Cubing Life Academy, and G Fuel. Use code Mike32314 at gfuel.com. You'll save 20% and I'll make some money. I like making money. It's pretty good. And it's good stuff. I genuinely drink it a lot. I like it. And it's bloody good value. It seems expensive when you buy a tub. For a little tub, you're like, what the hell is this? But I'm only a half scooper. I just put in like half a scoop instead of a whole scoop. It lasts so long. Like the tub just goes on and on forever. I've got 2 on the go. I've got one in my office at work. I've got one here. Both still appear full. But I've been chugging away at them. It's bloody good value. Mike32314 is the code at gfuel.com. Lovely to see you all here in the chat. Am I going to be here next week? Yeah, I'm here next week. And I'm pretty sure I won't be here the week after because I'll be in Wanaka at a triathlon. Didn't know I was a triathlon runner, did you? Well, I'm not. I'm just there at the event, being a sponsor. So not with the Cube Store, with my other job. All right. All right. So that's where I'll be. I'll be in Wanaka. I didn't get. Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, I'm very excited for January 27th. Do you know why I'm excited for January 27th? I'll show you. Those of you who are connected with me on Discord and have seen what I've been playing on PlayStation might know why I'm excited for February the 27th. February the 27th, not January. Anyway, here's why I'm excited for February the 27th. If anyone's under 17, get out. Get out right now, all right? Get out right now if you're under 17. I've got the day booked off. I've got childcare taken care of. I am not doing anything on January the 27th, February the 27th, except sitting on my sofa with the curtains drawn, playing Resident Evil Requiem, okay? This is what's happening on January the 27th. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go.
Sir.
Oh my god. Who's this guy? Where's he going? Who's that? Whoa, what? A deceased individual was discovered at an abandoned government office. Preliminary analysis suggests the deceased may be linked to... Who is this? She looks familiar. She looks like someone I've seen before. Not exactly the same.
Grace.
Grace?
Grace.
Not Grace Ashcroft.
Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
He said Grace Ashcroft!
My office.
That's Alyssa's daughter.
Coming.
I'll get a fun fact. This tattoo on my arm here, that's a Resident Evil tattoo from the original 1996 Resident Evil. It's the answer to one of the puzzles in the lab. I freaking love Resident Evil. I love it so much, and I'm so excited.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday,
Yeah, what the hell, Grace? Where is it?
No, 2 days tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Grace is a tech analyst, okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
What could the crime scene possibly be?
Hotel.
What hotel? I told you if you're 17, by the way. If you're younger than 17, get out. All right, get out.
I know. That's where your mother was murdered.
That's where Alyssa Ashcroft was murdered. Alyssa from Resident Evil 4.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Oh my god. I'm like 50 hours deep into like Resident Evil 8 at this point. I've been playing it so much. That is how I've been entertaining myself recently. Oh my days. Wait until you see. Resident Evil 7 and 8 took us out of the Raccoon City kind of space.
Now that you're the one that I've been searching for.
Who's this creep?
The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Yo! Is that freaking Raccoon City after Resident Evil 3 with a big hole in it? What?
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
What is that? What is that?
You are my hope.
What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Is that the police station from Resident Evil 2? When I saw this for the first time, I literally stood up and yelled at the TV. I genuinely stood up and yelled at the TV.
Everyone's gone.
Is that the freaking lobby from the police station? Are we going actually back into Resident Evil, into Raccoon City? Are you kidding me? I cannot express to you how excited I am for this game release. Oh, put it directly into my veins, please, Capcom. Just put Resident Evil directly into my veins. Thank you very much. So I've got it on pre-order, got the special edition, the physical copy. Thank you very much. I'm not downloading it like a zoomer. I'm gonna go. You know what? We've had a tragedy here in New Zealand. We have no game stores here anymore. EB Games shut down. So we have no midnight releases, none of that nonsense. I'm going in at 9 a.m. to JB Hi-Fi to pick up my special edition copy of this for the PS5. And then I'm coming home, closing the curtains. Laura's getting the kids after school. She's taking them away. And I'm going to have the best time. The best time. So anyway, that's why I'm not streaming on February the 27th, okay? I don't think I would be anyway. I think it's a Friday. I'm pretty sure that's a Friday. I'm going to check. Do any of you play? I'm assuming you do. Well, Chang, I'm guessing you do. That's a Friday, right? Yeah, that is a Friday. So I'll probably stream on the 26th. So I'll be streaming on the 12th. Sorry, you're all a day behind in America. I'll be streaming next week. I won't be streaming the week after. I'll be streaming the week after that, but all I will be thinking about is Resident Evil the next day. Maybe I'll just play Resident Evil on stream that day. Play some classic, do some speed runs of like Resident Evil 2 or something. I need to, 6 is the only one I haven't played through I've played through the whole series again in the run up to this one coming out, Chang, but 6 is the only one I haven't because that was the one that kind of cooked me. Cooked Resident Evil for me. It was pretty bad. Like, it was quite bad. But apparently it's aged quite well, and there is big story and lore in that I need for this one, because Leon Kennedy is in this. Leon Kennedy and Grace Ashcroft, two one iconic character and kind of a side character. It depends how much you love Resident Evil 4. I should probably have a channel for this, but this is where I wanted to talk about it, and here I am, and that's what I'm doing on the 27th. I'm very, very excited. 30 years old. Chang, so that's the same. I played 6 and I went, this is terrible. And then I didn't play 7 and 8, but I've just been playing through 7 and 8 recently. Chang, they are incredible. Chang, I implore you, play through 7 and 8. Forget about 6. Forget about what Capcom did to you in 2015. Forget all about it. Resident Evil 7 and 8 are two of the best games I've ever played. Umbrella Chronicles, man, that was tough. Some of the side games have been tough. Genuinely, play 7 and 8. I think you need to play 7 before 8 because it's a new character. It's Ethan is our protagonist in 7 and his kind of family and all that plot. 7 is one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had in a video game in my life. It's like they've taken all the cool stuff from Resident Evil, but they've also brought in some of the genuinely disturbing, alarming stuff from Silent Hill as well. 7 and 8 are incredible. And the remakes are also outstanding. The remakes of 2, 3, and 4, chef's kiss. Anyway, that was an aside. I said I was going to go, didn't I? Like half an hour ago. So I'm going to go now. Because that's the end of my cool stories. All right. Love your work, everyone. I will catch you next week.